Hello everybody. I haven't said this in a really long time, so it's gonna be like a moment for me. But hello everybody, and welcome to Comic Time. I am Rainbow Red Panda, and this is Norton in all of his outfit. And we went to the comic book store, walked a whole 43 blocks in the cold to Midtown Comics, and got some books. It's Friday, so I've been waiting since Wednesday to be able to do this and to make this video. I wasn't sure what I was going to come home with because I didn't know what came out. I just knew, one, that I wanted the Thor annual, and two, that there were a couple of series that I wanted to look for. So I think I got most of the stuff that I went there for, and then I got some stuff just because. So most of this is mine. One of the books is for someone else, and some of it's old and some of it's new. So yeah, not the biggest haul in the world. There's just a few books, but for me, it's better than nothing, and I'm happy with it. I actually already read one of the books on the way home. I took the subway because I didn't feel like walking another 43 blocks home. I was cold and hungry and stuff, so took the subway home and I already read one of them. I'll talk about that a little bit. But these are the things that I got. So let's just start with the one that I read. It is issue number 46. It is the first in a new arc. It is the Blood Puddin' arc. Chicken Tenders is over, and it was very emotional for me for it to end. One of my favorite character had some stuff happen to him, so, but it's not quite the end. He's in this book at least, so we'll see what ends up happening to him by the end of this arc. It was a really good book, and at the end it has a little snippet of an upcoming series called Mythic. So I might check that out. It looks interesting. It doesn't really tell you who is making it or anything, but it looks sort of like a similar style. So I'm not sure if Rob is doing the illustrations for it or not, but I'm really excited for it. And they had this at the end of the last comic, and they have it at this one too. I kind of want to submit pictures of like my animals with the Chew book so they can put them in here, because I'd love to see one of my rabbits or one of my cats or something in a comic book. I think that would be amazing. Even though one of them is a subject of a comic book, it would be cool to see like his actual picture in another comic book. So that's a new goal for me for the year. Make my animals comic book famous. Another book that I got, this one, I don't think it's a new issue. I think it came out a couple weeks ago. It is called Silk. I got the Scotty Young variant. I'm not really sure what this book is going to be about. I just thought it seemed interesting, and I was like, hey, it's a number one, like, why not? So I'm going to read it, and I might do a review on what I think. But I got it, so yeah, Silk number one. I think the last time I did a video, I got Ant-Man number one, so this time I picked up Ant-Man number two. I also did a review on Ant-Man number one. If you haven't read it or thought about it, you can read my review there. I liked it, but the first issue, I don't know, they could have done something different. I probably would have liked it just as much. But this is the second one, and we'll see how I feel about it. I'll probably do a follow-up review on it just because of the feelings I had with the first one. This one came out a few weeks ago, at least. I remember I got the first one and it was really good. And because of the popularity of the first one, there is a second one. I'm not sure if there is going to be a third. It might not say in here. It does not say. But I really liked it. It is Sip Kids 2, which is Strangers in Paradise, this series. He has like a kids version now. So Strangers in Paradise Kids number 2. I thought number 1 was really good, but... And this is the first Terry Moore book. It might be the first one in existence, or it might just be the first one that I've read, but it's the first one that has color. He is not the one that does the coloring. Who does do the coloring? I looked this up last time and I don't remember, but someone else does the coloring. He still is just doing the writing and the artwork, but someone else is doing the color. So I really liked it, and if you're a Strangers in Paradise fan, I suggest picking it up because, I don't know, Terry Moore just sort of has like one of those followings where if you read like one of his things, you read all of his things. So I would suggest all of his things to anybody. This is a book that I just sort of saw. Anytime I'm at the comic book store and I see a series just starting, I'm always most likely to get it because I want to start a series from the beginning. I don't want to, start midway through or something. Like, I'm 6 months behind on some of my comics, and so it sucks to go on New Comic Book Day and see like, oh, like Miss Marvel 18, I don't know what issue it's on, but like see a new one of those and be like, oh well, I still have like 6 or 7 issues to pick up, so I'm not gonna buy the newest one because I have to go back and get the old ones first, because that's just how I operate. I can't just pick up a random issue and read it. I have to like have the entire story. So this one is one from Image. It's called They're Not Like Us. It looks like this, and the back looks like this. It looks interesting. I'm not sure exactly what it's about, but I think I'm gonna like it. I'll try to do a review on it. The cover sort of reminded me, like the back at least, kind of reminded me of The Wicked and the Divine, but looking into it, I don't think it's gonna be anything like that. The artwork is completely different. The artwork isn't even really like any Image title that I've ever seen before. It almost reminds me of Highways, which I don't remember what company did Highways. It might have been Dark Horse, but I don't think it was even Dark Horse. But that was like a couple of years ago. That was like a random title that I picked up that no one had ever heard of, but I enjoyed it. My one Vertigo title that I got, I didn't really get any DC books really, because there was, I don't even remember what the one I was going to get was called, but like they had number 2 down on the shelf, but like number 1 was like way up high where I couldn't reach it, and I had to ask an associate, and if I have to ask for something, I'm not gonna buy it. I'm like, if there's something in the store and I have to like get it off of a top shelf because I can't reach it, I'm not going to ask somebody to get it down for me. I'm just going to like get it at another place, because that's just how I work. Like if they didn't have a title, I would ask them to order it for me or something, but I'm not gonna ask someone to get something down on the top shelf for me. That's, I don't know, I'm weird and I just don't like to ask for things like that. I don't remember what the title was, but it's on its second issue now, and it looked interesting, but not like where I'm devastated that I didn't get the first one. But this one is called Suiciders, and so this is what it looks like. I'm not really sure what to expect from it, but I think it looks interesting, at least. So I'm happy that I got it. It was sort of like the last comic that I picked up today. It was just sort of sitting at the register, so like suggestive advertising work today. And then this is probably the oldest comic that I got today, just because I think this came out like right after I moved, and I never got the chance to pick it up because I wasn't going into a comic book store every week and all of that. I think in Illinois there is one sitting in my box. That's why I didn't pick it up, because like I special ordered it in Illinois. But this is an exclusive cover, so even if it is, I won't feel bad because it won't be this cover, because this is a Midtown Comics exclusive cover. But it is Witches #1 from Scott Snyder and Jock. So I'm excited for this for more than one reason. I'm pretty sure I'm allowed to say this, but soon the Nerd Renegades podcast that I'm on from time to time, they are doing an interview with Scott Snyder. So I need to like definitely have an opinion on this so that we can discuss it. So I'm excited for that, and I will keep you guys updated on when that interview podcast is going to be happening, so you guys keep up on it too. The book that everyone else besides me was talking about this week, I got 2 different covers of it. It was the first time I've ever seen Midtown limit how many of a comic book that you can get. You are limited to 1 cover of each of the 5 that they had in stock. I only got 2, one for me, one for somebody else. Different covers, of course, because you're limited to 1 per cover. And it is Spider-Gwen. So I got the Scotty Young variant of Spider-Gwen. I almost got the regular cover too, because I thought the regular cover was really, really pretty. It was really colorful, and I really liked it, but I don't know. I just have, like, I mean, I am excited for this title, but I am so behind on Spider-Verse. I've read a couple of the prequels, and that's it. Like, that's all that I've read so far of Spider-Verse. So I don't want to, you know, invest too much into this series where I feel like I'm not entitled to yet. I'll probably end up going back and getting it like in a next week where I'm not getting so many books, because, you know, this is so many books. I'm not allowed to say that, but I said it anyway. So yeah, Spider-Gwen. Scotty Young variant. This one. I'm excited for it, regardless of whether or not I'm entitled to be. And then this is the one that I got from a friend. He asked me to, because I live in New York and have access to it. This is the Spider-Gwen Midtown Comics exclusive variant. They had 2 exclusive variants actually. They had this one, and they have this exact same one that's in black and white. So if I put it any closer to the camera, you can't really see the colors, but this is what it looks like. They actually just had a signing yesterday with the man that wrote Spider-Gwen, but I wasn't at that comic store, so I just have the regular unsigned one. If he wants it signed, he can find the guy at a convention or something and have him sign it. But usually that Midtown's really good about that. Like if they have an artist or a writer come in and sign like all of their stuff, and they have them sign like exclusive covers of something or something, they will have them sign like all the ones that they have in stock, and then they'll just put the extras on the shelf. Like right now, they have a few comics and trades in their store that are like that, and as far as I know, they just sell them at face value or like whatever. Like this one was a little more than face value, so they would continue to just sell it at whatever they mark it as. They wouldn't like raise it to, I don't know, something that you would see on eBay or something. But they didn't have that at the store, and I didn't feel like walking another mile just to see if they had a signed comic. Wasn't worth it to me, and you can get it at a convention. To me, that's worth it anyway, because then you actually got to meet the guy. The book that I was most excited about, and the whole reason that I went to a comic book store this week, was the Thor annual. And it's weird because, like, Thor, I like Thor. Nothing against Thor. I haven't read anything since Thor became a woman. Haven't read any of that yet, so this will be my first experience with it. I found in the past that I'm able to read annuals of series that I don't follow and not be too confused, so we're going to see if that's the case here. But the writer of this, one of the writers, looks like there's multiple stories in here. One of the writers, the young Thor writer, is CM Punk. And he is a professional, well, he's an ex-professional wrestler who is now training on the MMA circuit, and he was one of my favorites. He's from Chicago, so he's a fellow Illinois person, and I've always really liked him. He's always really entertained me. He's been into comics forever. He's a huge Walking Dead fan. You may have seen him on Talking Dead and stuff. He's been in comics, like Mick Foley has written him into the WWE comics a lot. He does everything. Like, I don't know if there's anything that he's just not capable of doing. But he is the writer, and then Rob Gilroy, who is the writer or the illustrator of Chew, he's the illustrator of CM Punk's comic. So I had to have that. Like, as soon as CM Punk announced that he was doing the Thor annual, I had to have it. But then all the other things happened and I had to have it. So this is the one that I got. And I know you're saying, like, but there was a special variant cover where there was wrestling Thor and Hulk on it, and it's amazing, and it was done by Rob, and why didn't you get that one? Well, see, I kind of did. This is the variant. This is the whole reason that I wanted to go to the comic book store this week, was for this little comic book right here. And, you can definitely tell if you hold the two. Same artist. My rabbit's over there chewing on the door. I don't know if you guys can hear it. You probably can, though. But I'm super excited to get this. I think one of my friends, the one that Spin, who I got the Spider-Gwen for, I believe he also picked this up for me. But I'm okay with having multiple copies of it, because that way if one gets damaged or something, I have a backup. So I'm okay with it. So Spin, if you watch this, which I know that you probably will, it's okay. Or if you want it, you can just keep your variant. I don't care. Like, it's whatever. Either way, I have one, and that's all that I wanted. I just wanted to know. This one was really difficult for me to find. Like, they had it hidden. Usually in Midtown, they have, like, all of the different covers side by side. This one, they were all mixed together. It was, like, at the very back. Like, it was hidden, where they did not want me to find it. I didn't think they had it at first at all. And then they did end up having it. So I'm really excited that I was able to get these. And that's all I got. Like I said, no cupcakes this week. Maybe next week if I'm able to make this a weekly thing again. And that's all I got. So I will see you guys next week, and before then with any reviews or anything. And if you want to watch Nerd Rage or listen to Nerd Rage Renegades, feel free. They're on Twitter, and I don't know if there's a Facebook page or not, but they're everywhere. So just go find them, and I will see you guys later. Bye!